Hi, and welcome to today's almost daily devotional. We're continuing in Ruth chapter 2. When we left off, um, Boaz had noticed Ruth's hard work and had rewarded her by giving her a place of favor in the field. And so we follow up that story today. So Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. Then she threshed what she had gleaned. It was about an ephah of barley. She picked it up and went into town. Her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned. She brought over what was left over after eating her fill and gave it to her. Her mother-in-law said to her, "Where did you glean today? Where did you work? May the one who noticed you be blessed." She told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked and said, "The name of the man with whom I work today is Boaz." Naomi replied to her daughter-in-law, "May he be blessed by the Lord, who hasn't abandoned his faithfulness with the living or the dead." Naomi said to her, "The man is one of our close relatives. It's one of our redeemers." So there's a couple things going on here. Ruth gleaned in the field, remember, after the men had gone through and got the best of the grain. So she gathered up what was left over, the bits and pieces that were left over in the field. So she was able to gather an ephah of grain, which is about 12 quarts of grain or about 25 pounds. So that's more than enough grain to make the daily bread that you would need, which is about how long you would make bread. They wouldn't make, like, huge loaves to store for weeks and weeks and weeks. You gleaned and then you made your whatever you were eating for the day. And so it says that Ruth got so much grain from what was left over that she had enough to feed herself and have enough to give to Naomi until they were both over full. Then Naomi asked her, where did she glean? Where was she? Where did she go? Where did she find this blessing? Where did she find all this stuff? And Ruth tells her that it was in Boaz's field. And Naomi says, "Well, we need to bless him. We need to pray for him. We need to say thank you for this blessing." You see, Boaz had stepped into the role of protector without even knowing that that was the right thing to do, the law, the social custom. He just did what was right. Naomi says that he was one of their protectors because he was family, but that's not why. It's because he was compassionate. He was able to look upon someone who was in a time of need, who was willing to do the work to improve her life, willing to show up in the places that it needed to be, and supported her, gave her the opportunity to find enough grain to be over full, enough grain to eat more than her fill. I wonder how often we notice the ways people show up in little blessings in our lives, the ways people support us in small ways, not the grand gestures, not the big presents, not the, Christmas Day Santa brought us a present ways, but in the little ways that people show up and support us when we're willing to show up and ask for help. And do we say thank you? Do we bless them for those little things, the everyday things?